deeper and higher. Verse 27, Matthew 5, ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you, whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. Now Christ is saying, you have heard that there's a shallow understanding of commandment 7. As long as you do nothing physically, then there's no, you're fine. Jesus says that's not true. The level of righteousness I want in my people is the righteousness that says your very mindset can be adulterous. Deeper and higher. Now I said, based on Deuteronomy 6:25, not I, the Bible, and this shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God as he hath commanded us. Now Jesus tells us how to do these commandments at a depth and a height that represents righteousness that exceeds. Here's how you keep commandment 7. Don't lust. You may never enter someone's bedroom, sneak into someone's house. Christ says, no, that's too up. Don't even lust. Whosoever looketh on a woman. Let me bring a few observations regarding that statement. He doesn't say, read the verse for me, verse 27 of Matthew 5. What does Christ say? Whosoever looketh on a woman. Is that what he says? No, read it. Is that what he says? But I say unto you, keep reading, what? Whosoever. Does he say, if any man looks on a woman? What does the verse say? Whosoever. If you're a woman lusting after a woman, does that happen? Are you shy? Do women marry women in the United States? Whosoever. Woman looks on woman, man looks on woman, man looks on man. Do men marry men in the United States? Yes. Any human being who lusts after another human being, you've committed adultery in God's eyes. And while no one can be jailed on the earth for lusting, you are jailed in the heavenly courts. Now, I went back to Deuteronomy 6:25 to make this connection. The verse says, and it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God as he hath commanded us. Now, so righteousness is associated with obedience to God's law. Jesus Christ now says, deep righteousness. Are you with me? Righteousness that exceeds, he defines it by going to the law. So when Jesus said in verse 20 of Matthew 5, for I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees. Someone might have said, how? Give me an example. Christ says, go to the law. Look at commandment 6, thou shalt not kill. Look at commandment 7. He just needed to use one to refer to all the others. Are you following me? He just needed to use one. What am I trying to say to you, my brothers and sisters? This church has been raised up by God to show the connection between Christ and his law. Do you know why the world is in the trouble it is in? God's law has been disregarded. And when God told Moses to tell the Israelites, behold, I have set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing if you obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day. A curse if you will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God. But go aside out of the way which I command you this day to follow other gods which ye have not known. The reason why the world is in the condition it is in, because the law of God has been disregarded. And so God raised up a people to remind the world that God has a law. And that law must be kept. Not superficially, It must be kept at a level that produces a character that fits you for heaven.